And we are back with another edition of How About Them Celtics, talking C's with Bobby Karitzi of SI Media Group. Bobby, how you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Like the Celtics, rang in New Year's in a celebratory manner with friends and family before going out. So yeah, nothing but fun and good vibes over here. How's everyone doing?
I go back to work tomorrow.
Not
But
fun.
at least you got today.
He did get today.
Don't be sad it's over, Sam. Be grateful it happened.
Celtics had to work on New Year's Eve. Luckily for them, they made quick work of the San Antonio Spurs. 30-plus point win for them was never really close outside of maybe a little bit in the first quarter, but Celtics pulled away pretty easily. Pretty dominant showing from both of the Jays. Both of them had efficient scoring nights. Jayson Tatum sort of returned to the form that everyone is used to seeing him in. Jaylen Brown continued his string of just uber efficient performances. Derek White continued to be great. Got some all-star chance in San Antonio, his former stomping grounds. This was the definition. This, when you look in the dictionary, blowout win, this is what you see. And that's what the Celtics provided.
Yeah, absolutely, Jack. Sorry about that. I was waiting for an official question to come my way.
sorry.
But yeah, as far as just an overall feel to the game, honestly, my favorite aspect of it is that in the second quarter, they realized that San Antonio's defense is Swiss cheese and of no threat. And they fell into these bad habits. They were jacking up shots that really weren't that great in terms of quality and how they were created. I thought the defense fell off, but pretty quickly they snapped out of that playing style. And really in the third quarter, where they're getting progressively better, throttled the Spurs. And there, of course, there's a lopsided difference in talent on these two teams, but 40-23 in an NBA game is no easy feat. And to see the Celtics get back to focusing on themselves rather than playing down to their competition was very encouraging.
My favorite part of yesterday's game was watching Tatum take threes that were good threes. It's been a while, but throughout the first half, I thought we saw some of the best Tatum basketball that we've seen probably since the first couple weeks of the season, it feels like. Everything he did was team-oriented. Every three he took was catch and shoot. It was off of swings. There wasn't any ball stopping happening. He had some good looks to his teammates. I know the assist didn't exactly pile up, but he was still moving the ball really well in keeping things going for the Celtics, which was really important because there was a stretch there where they couldn't buy a stop. So they had to keep scoring in order to keep the Spurs at a distance. But I was so impressed with that, especially after what we've seen from him for the last week. I thought the Pistons game was just a really, really bad Tatum game. I mean, Jack had to suffer listening to me say, I can't believe this guy took 31 shots and he missed 20 of them. But to see him get back to the, oh, wait, we have 5 all-star level players on this team. Okay, yeah, let's play like it. Good stuff from Tatum. Happy, and I want to see it continue against the Thunder tomorrow. Step in the right direction for sure, though.
Yeah, I've been very much fighting with Sam for the past 3 weeks about the Tatum shot selection. Sam has taken the it's terrible. I have taken the live with it. We've met in the middle with probably should lean back on it. But what I said stands true, and I stand by it, and I think they did a better job in the Spurs game. I almost blame the Celtics more than Jayson Tatum because they're not working hard enough to get him shots within the flow of the offense. Almost all of Tatum's shots come because he is creating them for himself when everybody else in the Celtics offense is getting shots by way of them creating offense for them. Derek White's getting his looks because the Celtics offense is flowing and finding him. Same thing for Brown. Same thing for Porzingis. That's not what they do for Tatum. When Tatum gets the ball, they all clear out and they say, go figure something out because you're Jayson Tatum. That's not fair. He should be getting the same chances to get shots within the flow of the offense as the rest of the guys. And I think they did that more against the Spurs, but now you should do it more against good teams and other teams as well, because if you do, he is still Jayson Tatum and he can still take advantage of that. So I think that needs to be the emphasis moving forward. And as much as it is a big part of it on Tatum to be better and not take some of those shots, I equally, if not more, blame the Celtics offense for not game planning to get him more shots like that.
So I wholeheartedly agree with that. It's on everyone. And a part of what you said earlier about there are some things that you just have to live with because this is the star on your team and it's something they do. I don't generally like it when Tatum is the one bringing the ball up. And sometimes that's when you get not necessarily a pull-up three, but an ill-advised sidestep three, especially off no ball movement. That's just not a good shot. But those don't happen at a high rate. And so you're willing to live with them because, the Lakers have to put up with shots at times that LeBron takes that they don't like and isn't great team basketball, quote unquote. But I also, in a bit of a shameless plug here, I just put out an article today in a conversation I had with Tatum about his willingness to sacrifice and his maturation over the course of his career in that regard. Sam, you brought up the Pistons game. I think a prime example from that one, and really you can find it in any game with Tatum, is that he wasn't shooting the ball well, and the shot amount was high, but also in the fourth quarter in particular, he was willing to not only play the role of screener and set his teammates up, but to stand in the corner at times and let Derek White and other people cook and have the scoring spotlight. And so he just talked to me about, hey, I've racked up the individual accolades. We've had a lot of team success. There's one thing missing from my resume. That's a championship. So I know my value. I know what I bring to the court. I know how to impact the game in ways beyond just scoring and getting buckets. And so whatever it takes, I'm all in. And so that's a conversation inside the Celtics, si.com/NBA/Celtics that I just put out today, where he just talked about his growth over the course of his career in whatever it takes, especially with this group and the most talented top six in the NBA, in order for them to mesh. And they've done a great job of that happening so quickly. It requires not only him and Jaylen Brown stepping into the leadership void left by Marcus Smart's departure, but they have to then walk the walk. And I think they're both doing that.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, Jack always brings that up, and it's a fact. Like, if you look at Tatum's box scores, oftentimes there is plenty more to look at than just points. But the points are a big part of why he is the face of the franchise and one of the top guys in the league. And he still manages to get his points. And to his credit, in the Pistons game, he did a great job of being for real when they fell down 20 points. The whole third quarter was just him attacking the basket, getting himself to the rim and forcing the defense to either foul or really, really just put themselves out of position in terms of where they are for other players. So that's great. The problem is when he settles back into the other stuff, and it really, really gets under my skin. But again, you said it. He does know how to impact the game without the ball. And we saw him do that in the fourth quarter of the Pistons game, where he didn't necessarily need to have all the shots. In that game in particular, there was a possession in overtime where he had the ball in the corner. It looked like he might just fall into the lullaby, oh, let me step back and take a three, but he drove and created a three for Derek White instead. So there was in-game growth there. It's a process, and I'm glad it's heading in the right direction.
I think we've gotten to the point where Jayson Tatum, and I know this is not what you were saying, Sam, but I think a lot of people take the point you made and extrapolate it, the point of Jayson Tatum needs to be a better scorer, and I think they make that all he is. It's gotten to the point where he's way more than that. Like he is not just the points guy. And I know it's not what you're saying. He is the Celtics. He is the reason all of this works, because defenses have to throw this many guys at him. Like, you look at half the games where Tatum takes a lot of these threes and you get mad because he's not driving. But as soon as he steps inside the 3-point line, he's seeing two. He's seeing three. Like, he's seeing a million bodies. And that's not an excuse for the step back threes, but a lot of the time it does feel like, or maybe it feels like to him, that's the only shot he's going to get, because a lot of these times, and they've gotten better at it, they're not creating these shots for him. He's forced to do it himself. And if he does drive the lane, he sees three bodies. And then you could say, okay, then you can make the pass, you can do this. But he's not just going to not take shots, right? He's like I think the Celtics need to be better at that. And like I said, they have been. They'll have a big chance to do that against another one of the top teams in the league coming up. Take on the Oklahoma City Thunder on Tuesday. So tomorrow, as you're listening to this, or today, if you're listening to it late, they play another unicorn. They just played Wemby, who had a freakish layup from behind the 3-point line that Derek White talked about. They now get to play Chet, who is the leader for Rookie of the Year right now, with Wemby coming in second. Both of them are freaks. The Thunder are insane. We don't have to talk about this. Shea is my personal pick for MVP right now. I think he's up there. He's ridiculous. Bobby, what are you looking for in this Thunder game?
Yeah, I can't wait for this matchup. And I think Chet is way better than people expected in his first season on the court. Obviously a weird category to be a rookie, but in your second year, but again, exceeding expectations. Shea, he's going to be first team all NBA again. At least he should be. I mean, I love his consistency that he brings it every single night, and he's so tough to keep from the basket. That team, I asked Jack last week, that does he think there'll be a season where Shea, Chet, and Jalen Williams, J-Dub, will make an all-NBA team all in the same season? And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that you were dubious of that.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun, at least, to say yes. So I'm buying in. Jack, I'll pause for a second. You can give an answer.
I just don't know with how much talent there is that J-Dub will be able to get in, but they're definitely good enough to do it. So I won't poo-poo your idea all the way.
I think there could be a season where it happens. Not this one, but down the road. And I mean, this is another. It's a great measuring stick type of game. And yes, it's one of 82. In early January, you play and you move on to the next stop. But at the same time, it's a different style of opponent. You've got a unicorn. They've got a younger one. And it's a team that potentially, who knows how the chips play out, how they ultimately fall. You could see them in the finals, perhaps. It's not my pick, but it's not out of the realm of possibility either. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one ultimately unfolds and how the Celtics have to adjust to what OKC takes away from them.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how the Celtics are able to handle the onslaught of talent that OKC has. OKC might be, I'm trying to flip through who they've played, maybe the most talented or diversely talented team that they've played this year with Shea and Chet and J-Dub. Then you have Lou Dort, who can really play some good defense and contribute if Josh Giddey's mind is right here. He's going to be a contributor off the bench for them too. They have plenty of guys that can play, and there's a reason why they've taken a massive jump this year after being a, play-in team last year. I think they got to the play-in. It's great to see that they have done this correctly. They've built this team through the draft and trades, and it's finally paying dividends for them in a small market. It rules. And it's going to be great to see the Celtics get a real test tomorrow. Like you said, Bobby, it is early January, but it's also a great opportunity to prove it on the road. You had a really, really big road game in Minnesota this year, and you lost it. Minnesota is the other top team of the Western Conference. You haven't gotten to play Denver yet. But in terms of the talent out there, you're playing the second best team now. You got to prove you can beat them. They're young. You have more experience. Show it. Show it. Show it. Show it. Also, shout out Dagnall, Massachusetts, man.
And Sam Presti, Massachusetts native.
Yes.
OKC is just Massachusetts West. No, but the Thunder are a very, very good basketball team. I think they do have a serious shot to make the finals this year. They're that good, and they've gotten this good very quickly, and they're only going to get better. So it's kind of a scary thought for the Western Conference.
Is like all their guys are kind of young enough where you don't have a reason to hate on them yet. They haven't gotten the chance to beat you yet, so you can be like, yeah, like these guys are fun. Like, yeah, I love Chet. He's cool, but like
in a few years, people are going to be cussing out Isaiah Joe.
Yeah, Isaiah Joe is going to be.
I'm ready. Isaiah Joe, by the way, the one Thunder game I've gotten to watch this year, outing myself. They played Philly, and that man could not hit this. Like, he couldn't throw a stone in the ocean.
He was probably geeked up. That's the team that moved on from him.
Yep.
I thought the Celtics should have put in a claim to try to acquire him. But, he, for the most part, he's automatic.
He's one of the best plus-minus guys in the league this year, fun fact. I know that from looking at Derek White so many times. Exactly. But
I wonder who Jack was checking out over there on those plus-minus boards.
You already know who it was. It is Mr. Derek White. It had to be. Now, this is one of the biggest games of the season so far for the Celtics. This is a legitimate team. This is a team you want to beat. The Celtics have been hot on the road lately. They've won their past, 3 games now on the road, sweeping that tail end of that California road trip. 4 now with the Spurs. So little winning streak here for the Celtics. Went home, come back. Yeah, they got a chance to keep it up against a very good team.
11 of 12, is that right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah, because they were red hot going in. Because they won. We talked about
the 5-game homestand.
After the Knicks game, you had the home and homes, and then you won all 4 of those, went out west, lost to the Warriors, and won 3 straight. So,
yeah. Big game against the Thunder. Celtics need this one. Do we want to go to our little trivia segment now? Did we get everything else from those 2 games?
Time.
All right. So let me do a quick little shift here. Let's see if this works. Let's see if I did it correctly. I've got a little board.
Like do this, Jack. Lay out the
Ready?
rules.
I got it. So we've got the little board in the corner. I have a fact, right? And there are 13 answers to this fact, and we're going to go back and forth. You'll get a chance to name it. We'll start with whoever, then we'll go to we'll start with Sam because he's on the top. Then we'll go to Bobby. Then we'll go to Sam. Then we'll go to Bobby, and you'll go back and forth. The question is, through the 21-22 season, 13 different Celtics have made 8 or more threes in a single game. So you need to name them, and whoever
How many
gets the most out of the
Celtics?
categories wins. 13 different
13.
Celtics have drained at least 8 threes. So Sam, we'll start with you, then we'll go to Bobby. Can you
Drained
name
at least 8 threes total
8 threes in a game? Yes, at least.
Marcus.
in one
Sam.
game.
Yes, in a single game.
So there are
13 different
13
Celtics.
players that made 8 threes in one game.
For a Celtics, yes.
Okay.
Sam, what was your first guess?
Marcus.
Correct. Marcus is correct. I'll put it on the board for you. It's going to glitch because that's what it does, but we'll go back over. All right, Bobby, your turn.
Sam Hauser.
This is through 21-22 season.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so this doesn't include this year. So if you'd like to stick with that, you can, because Sam did play.
21-22 means it doesn't even include last.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so obviously I'm not going to stick with.
Yeah,
every
I'll let
track that
you.
one. Thank
Yeah,
you.
of course.
I'll just go with the low-hanging fruit then as a quick pivot and take Jayson Tatum.
Yes, sir. They spelt it without the Y on the card, but that is correct.
Oh.
Disrespect. It's like the ESPN
Yeah, that-
commercial.
That's a tech. That's tough. Okay, Sam, you.
Antoine Walker.
Correct. That is
I
correct.
feel like this
I
is
spelled it wrong.
strategy. Like I should try and take.
Get
Yeah.
the time machine.
All
Shout
right,
out to
go
NBA
ahead.
Live 99, by the way. Antoine on the cover. I
Oh, you,
will-
Bobby.
I'm torn between two people. It's obviously possible that neither one is right, but like Sam, I'll try to dial it back. I'm going Dana Barros.
I don't believe Dana Barros is on the card, so that's a no. Sorry. First
Thank you for the
X on the
apologies.
board. There's no like 3 strikes.
Yeah,
around,
like
but we'll-
Family Feud.
Yeah, but Sam gets to go now again. So
Ray
Sam,
Allen.
I'll let you hit it. Yes,
Oh,
Ray
smart.
Allen is one of them. There we go. Okay, Bobby.
Paul Pierce.
Yes, Paul Pierce is also on the list. Back to you, Sam. What do we
Jalen.
got? What do we got cooking? Jalen Brown is on the list. He has nailed 8 threes in a single game. There you go.
I wasn't
All right,
sure about
Bobby.
that one.
Some catch-up work here. You got to get hot.
This is all the way up to or like through 2021-22, correct?
Yeah.
I wonder
That
if Larry
is-
Bird ever did it.
Is that your official guess?
Yes, but your face tells me it shouldn't be. But I'll stick
It
with
is not right. It's
didn't
not
think
correct.
so.
Sorry. No Larry on the list. Sam?
Uh,
Got to dig deep for some of these. Some of them not so much, but some of them. They're all very gettable. I'll put it that way. That's why I picked the card. They're all very
Sam
like,
takes my next guess. I'm
is
gonna be-
Isaiah one of them?
yeah, he is.
Oh, yes, it is. That's a great one.
Yep, Isaiah's on here.
Put that. You gave it. Oh, dude, you gave it to Sam.
Yeah. It just scrolls over and glitches, but
Gotcha.
we're there.
Walter McCarty.
No Walter on the list.
Oh, I think he had a game where he made 6 threes against the Raptors. He didn't get
Probably.
to 8, though.
Back
Oh,
to you,
man.
Sam.
I'm trying to. Did Kemba do it?
Yes, Kevin has
he's
done it.
murking me now.
Yeah.
that
Sam is very good at trivia.
was a tough one to see go through the net. 8 threes in a game. Porzingis hasn't done that yet.
This is 21-22. So Porzingis.
Yeah, I also keep watching that.
What do we got cooking? We got how many left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. 7 left on the list to get.
You said there's 13 total?
Yeah, 13.
No, we got 5 left because he's got 2. I got
1,
6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're correct. 5 left. I did math wrong.
I'm going to throw up a wild guess, but he certainly had, there weren't that many people fighting for shots that were worthy of taking them. Wally Zerbiak.
No Wally. No.
I've
Sorry.
got another one that I can't believe just popped into my head.
Yeah.
Grant.
No.
They
No
don't count the
Grant
playoff game?
Doesn't count the playoffs.
Oh, he only had
No.
7 in that game anyways.
Yeah.
I'm full of
Yeah,
shit.
so
Sorry.
You liar.
Sam's killing me. Sam with the editing. All right, Bobby, go ahead.
Okay.
Man, I'm mad.
This is a great Sporkle caliber
Yeah.
question.
Do we want a clue?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a clue. I'm not gonna catch up.
I'll give
anyways.
a pretty vague clue. Most of them are post. Let me see. Almost all but Two. All but two are post Big Three era. One is before, one is during.
Jay Crowder.
No.
Oh!
Crowder. Right. Good era, though.
Thank you.
Kyrie must have did it.
No.
No?
Oh,
No Kyrie.
felt like that was about to be accurate. Avery Bradley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Avery
go.
Bradley did do it. Yeah. Back in the realm. There we
Do
go.
they have the date on the thing when it
No,
happened?
it's just the names.
They spelled Tatum's name wrong. What was I?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got 4 left. There was one before, one during. Oh man.
And 2 post. Yes.
Eddie House, one of them?
Yes. Eddie
That's a
House
great
did do
guess.
it. That's the during. Back to you,
And
Bob.
then there were 2 after.
2 post. There's one before it, one just after, and one yes after. I'll go more defined on the eras after we do another round of guessing. But
Kelly Olynyk.
no.
Oh.
Good guess. Right era, but no.
Right before it.
I don't know how right before the era this was. The 2 of them I'm not going to give you many more clues on. This one is the hardest one. This was I picked the wrong basketball reference page. The one that was before the Big Three era was played in the 90s, early 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Is it Rick Fox?
No.
I have 2 guesses and neither one is right, but sometimes you
Hit
get
it.
those Antoine Walker style ill-advised threes. Chucky Atkins.
No. The 2 post Big Three era ones are very gettable. One of them is like should have been gotten by now. The other one is gettable, and the one that was before would be a great pull. Put it that way. So go back to you, Sam.
Is Terry Rozier one?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's the one I was waiting for. That was the gettable one.
Was that the game 1 against Milwaukee when he brought Drew Bledsoe back to life?
I don't think so. I don't think they count playoffs in this. So I don't know when he did it, but his career high.
I don't think he made 8 threes that game anyways, but he cooked Eric Bledsoe at the end there.
Yeah, I believe it.
I want to get this pre-Big Three era 90s, 2000s player.
Terry had 8 threes on my birthday in 2018 against the Kings. So
that's a real one right there. What a gift.
Shout out.
There's 2 big guys I'm tempted to go with, and there's a guard. I like Jack's facial clues.
Oh, don't use my facial clues. I was excited that you had a guess. I'm not giving out any clues.
I was ready to go all in on that. Look.
Sorry. I'll go straight face. No clues.
I doubt Ricky Davis ever got hot like that.
I will give a clue. It is 1 guard and 1 forward left on this list.
Good clue.
There's 2.
I will go with Rodney Rogers.
Not Rodney Rogers.
I think so.
No.
Jordan Crawford one?
No. Right era.
What this is though.
I know it's the right era. I'm just trying to pick out guys I don't know. I'm mad.
All right, here's a good clue. One of them did it on January 22nd, 2014. The other one did it on February 4th, 1998. Those are your clues.
1998. That must have been crazy.
So we know the eras now.
2014. I keep thinking of the guys who like came out of nowhere, like the Chris Babbs of the world. There's another dude, like I think his name was Chris Johnson or something.
Chris
like
Johnson.
That. Yeah. Jarebko never did it. I'll go with from the 90s, Kenny Anderson.
Not Kenny Anderson, no.
Is it Jeff Green?
It is Jeff Green.
I wasn't getting that.
Jeff Green had 8 threes. My first favorite Celtic.
Was that the game against the Heat when they played unbelievable, but they lost and Jason Terry got bodied by LeBron? on the dunk?
Jeff Green.
No,
No,
that
Jeff Green
was-
did it against Washington.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff
He had
Green had
39.
40 plus against Miami in that home loss that year or the year before.
He had 5 threes in that game. I see it.
He had some crazy games. Like Jeff Green had like real reason like for people to be excited about him.
Players would always rave about him. Throughout his career, they'd be like, "This is the guy. He's about to take off."
All right, we got one more left. I have a clue that will give it away. So when we're ready for that clue, I'll drop it. It's up to you guys, though.
How long have we been playing this?
About 10 minutes. You want me to drop the clue right now and see if Bobby gets it? Then if not, Sam will get it.
I think that's for the best.
The jersey still plays for the team, I believe. Yeah, the jersey is currently on the team. The exact jersey this player wore is still active on the roster. The exact jersey.
I think I know, but I don't know. I'm trying to think if the timeline makes sense on that.
1998, he did it. This guy played for the Celtics for the entire start of his career from 1990.
Yeah.
Traded in 98.
I've got the answer when Bobby.
D Brown.
I think you get it. Yes, Steve Brown.
There we
Yeah.
go. Jack
Got
spoon fed us that one, but I'll take it.
It was going to be a tough one to get. I needed to. We had to get it going.
And
All right.
I didn't consider him to be a shooter, so I was never going to guess D Brown.
Typical dunks.
Yeah. He shot at his best. He shot 40% from deep the season he got traded. So he was.
I love the cards. I could do the card trivia.
There we go. We'll bring it out. I think this is a good thing for talking C's because it's like a nice little back and forth thing. So we'll break these out and we'll rock with it. But yeah, sweet. That was fun. All right, we get everything.
That was a good one. I got to get my revenge on Sam next time.
Oh yeah, I'll pick another good card. All righty, I think that'll cover it up. Bobby, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, just excited for this Celtics Thunder game.
Yes, sir. It'll be a good one. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to How About Them Celtics. Check out Bobby's work at Inside the Celtics and SI.com, and I'll let Sam wrap it up.
Hey, thank you very much for listening and watching Talking C's today. Make sure you give Bobby a follow on Twitter at Bobby Kravitsky. Like Jack said, you can check out his work on Inside the Celtics, part of SI Media. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more uploads, whether it's this, the full-length pods, game recaps, film breakdowns, trade rumor breakdowns, or the 30-minute pregame shows. We're here for all of it, so make sure you are too. Leave a like, leave a comment, tell us what you think of Wemby and Chet. Who's better? You can also find us on socials at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook is just the name of the podcast. You can find our pregame streams there as well as Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at JackSmutNBA. Mine is at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Tic-tac-toe. Come on.